The member from Toronto Danforth.
My question to the Premier. This morning, Ontario's independent ombudsman released his findings into the 10,000-plus complaints around the billing practices of Hydro One. 10,000-plus, Speaker. The most of any investigation to date.
Member from Eglinton Lords.
In his interim report, the Ombudsman pointed out that inquiries from his office around some of the most egregious of these billings for Hydro One customers were already getting action, what the Ombudsman calls his moral suasion. Speaker, with the Premier's promises of gold at the end of the rainbow for investors and accelerated timelines by this government around the sale of Hydro One, should Ontarians expect that the largest investigation ever undertaken by an independent officer of the legislature will just be shelved?
Question. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I've indicated earlier today that we take this report very seriously. We thank the Ombudsman for his extensive report, Mr. Speaker. We are going beyond what's already happened, Mr. Speaker. I've asked the Chair of Hydro One, the new Chair of Hydro One, David Dennison, to report back to me within 40 days with a detailed action plan describing how Hydro One can further address the recommendations in the Ombudsman's report. Mr. Speaker, as well, Mr. Dennison is overseeing a process to select a CEO and several other senior managers. And additionally, the Chair and the Minister of Energy are in the process of restructuring the Board of Directors. Mr. Speaker, we're changing the culture in Hydro One, and moving forward, it's going to be efficient, it's going to be a growth company, and it's going to be benefiting the people of Ontario.
Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Again to the Premier. Speaker, when the Premier was down in the States pitching the sale of Hydro One, she knew the Ombudsman report was soon to be tabled. Speaker, were prospective investors told about the Ombudsman's investigation, or did the Premier simply say, don't worry, we're writing the Ombudsman out of the picture, and if you bank on us, that report, with its 10,000 complaints plus, that just goes away?
Wow. Mr.
Speaker, as we know, the legislation contemplates an embedded ombudsman being appointed for Hydro One. And we have retained, Mr. Speaker, the former Federal Auditor General, Mr. Denny Dozotel, to oversee the process to ensure it is established with transparency and accountability. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Dozotel, a man of tremendous credibility and experience as Auditor General of Canada, is overseeing the process for the IPO and is also overseeing the appointment of an embedded ombudsman to ensure that it is in place with transparency and accountability, Mr. Speaker.